Hey Wanderers, as always, I hope you're doing a-okay. I am not doing a-okay, and I want to talk about that because I think for me, I want to track progress, I guess. For those of you that don't know, last month I was diagnosed as being autistic, which in some ways was a bit of a shock. So I've always kind of acknowledged that I've been a little bit different and that my brain works differently. But funnily enough, I went to have the assessment more for peace of mind to prove that I wasn't, which is not how the actual experience went. And it is a positive thing in the sense of I'm now kind of understanding myself more in a way that I haven't before. And like all of it is positive in the sense of the progress that is like that it feels and the sense that I'm making. I guess the best way to describe it is I feel like I'm walking around and living life now with a different lens. Like I'm seeing things differently. However, as a result of that, what I've noticed to happen, particularly over the past 3 weeks, is that my brain is just not working. And I am someone who like functions for the most part really well. Like when my brain is on, it is on. And like for those of you that don't know, I work in academia, I'm a lecturer, have my own business, and like I've always been like high functioning. Out with the kind of notions of autism, because I understand that high functioning is not the appropriate term and it's more high masking. And again, I'm kind of learning as I go, and apologies if I'm not using the correct terminology yet. But over the past, since Christmas, my brain has just stopped working, and it's like things from the most like basic of tasks. So for example, earlier today, I walked in the kitchen with the purpose to get a drink of juice. And I got to the kitchen and just like stopped dead in my tracks. Like I know what it is that I'm doing. Like I know the purpose of the thing that I'm doing, but it's like this complete blank of, okay, so what's the next step in order to do that thing? Well, the next step is to get a glass from the cupboard, then to fill it with water, then to put the juice in, or vice versa. But there's just this like block. And it's the same with like the work that I'm doing. You know, things that I do regularly and have coped with and managed successfully in the past are now, they feel like they're impossible. Like it's like I'm not there, but I'm aware that I'm not there. And that's frustrating. So at the moment, I'm taking a kind of a step back from work to try and process and understand and rest. And so far, the kind of reading that I've been doing is that this is a skills regression, potentially, as well as autistic burnout. So I am trying to learn in small chunks and trying to understand this kind of new chapter of, okay, so how do I actually function? And what do I actually need? Like, what do I actually need? Not what does some other place need from me, or what does some other person need from me. It's about what is it actually that I need, and how do I function when I put that at the forefront, which I'm not very good at. So it's a lot of learning. But yeah, I guess the point in this video is that at the moment I'm not okay, but I know that I will be okay, and I acknowledge that this is part of the process. It's just a bit hard. It's just a bit hard. Yeah. And the reason that I'm posting it is because if it helps someone else on their journey, then great. Because I don't believe for 1 second that I'm the first person to grapple with any of this stuff. So if someone else can take benefit from it, great. And I guess it's just to document the process of acceptance. So yeah, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. If you have any words of wisdom, or helpful tips, tricks, strategies, for a newly late diagnosed autistic like myself, that'd be great. Yeah, sending the love out.